Hey everybody, this is Brent here, and in this video we're going to talk about how to make your estimated tax payment online. So go to irs.gov, and your homepage may actually look different because they change this up every now and then, but you're going to look for this option that says Make a Payment, and you're going to click on it. And you have basically a couple options, either paying from your bank account or paying from your debit card or credit card. The screen may look a little bit different based upon the timing, but those are basically your two options. I don't recommend paying with a debit or credit card because they're going to pass along convenience fees, and that can get expensive with estimates. So pay from your bank account because that's going to be free. So click Pay Now with Direct Pay. And then here you can look up old payment information, which is pretty cool, or make a payment. We're going to make a payment. And select reason. We're going to go ahead from this drop down. We're going to select estimated tax payment. So it's very important to get the right categories. Otherwise, it could be very, very difficult to get your payment fixed if you misapply it. So estimated tax payment, we're applying it to our 1040, and you want to select the year that we're working on. So as right now, we can make a payment for 2023 or 2022. We're looking at a 2022 return for the fourth quarter payment that I'm working on now. You'll go ahead and confirm the information. It's worth taking a second to read this because, again, if these selections are wrong, it's a pain to fix. So we're doing an estimate for 1040 for tax year 2022. Is that correct? Yes. Continue. All right, so now they want to verify your information. The purpose of this step is to help make sure that you actually don't take your hard-earned money and apply it to somebody else's account. So this is actually a good thing. You just need to get your information from a recent tax return, whether it be any of the years selected in the drop-down menu, and you're just going to put in the basic information from your return, and it's got to match their systems. Otherwise, it won't take the payment. So you select the year. You'll select your filing status. That's pretty easy. And your name, you're going to confirm your last name, your social. That's all pretty easy. Put your social in. You're going to put your date of birth. That's all very, very simple. The street address is the part that kind of trips up most people, is that, for example, like if you live on a court, if your tax return spells it out C-O-U-R-T, but you put in C-T, that could trip up the verification process. So just make sure your address matches exactly what's on your tax return. And of course, you're going to have to select the privacy policy. Otherwise, it's not going to do anything. And then you'll go ahead and click Continue. Okay, on the next screen, after you click Continue, you're going to go ahead and put the amount of your payment that you're going to make, and then you're going to confirm it. You put in the date. That's all pretty simple. You're going to put your bank account and your routing number, and it shows you over here where you can find that on your check. That's all pretty straightforward nowadays. Again, you're selecting your checking and savings account. Email confirmation, I would go ahead and check this box, and I would get an email confirmation of this, and I would also print a PDF of this at the end, and we'll talk about the reasons why here in a little bit. But you go ahead and just complete all your payment information, and then you'll click on Continue. Okay, so after you agree, it's going to go ahead and take you to a screen where it's going to actually show all the information that you've previously input. What you want to do is look over that information to make sure it's accurate. Again, make sure it's being applied to the right tax year. It is set as an estimated tax payment and the amount is correct, all that kind of stuff. Otherwise, it's going to cause a lot of problems. And then you'll just do your electronic signature. You'll put in your name, your social again, and it's going to put the date of your actual payment, and then you're going to accept the debit authorization agreement, and then you hit Submit. So after you hit print, it's going to go ahead and give you a confirmation, and I highly, highly recommend that you do print that out. And the reason is because a lot of times if you misapply a payment, these receipts are very helpful in getting this fixed. So please print this and save it. It's going to give you a confirmation number. It's going to give you the amount that you actually paid. It's going to give you the date, what it's applied to, and where it's all coming from. So again, this is going to be gold to you if you accidentally misapply the payment to the wrong period. Next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about making a payment for Kentucky. So when you make your Kentucky payment, you're going to go to revenue.ky.gov, and this page is usually pretty stable. This is new here this morning, but you can go ahead and click on Make a Payment or File a Return. And from here, you're going to tell what kind of payment you're actually making. So this is going to be income taxes. All right, so we're going to click on that. And it's going to give you some options about filing a return, electronic filing, and all that. If to make a payment or an estimated tax payment, you can click on this link right here, electronic payments. And it gives you the next screen here. It talks about how there are fees if you pay with debit card or credit card. But again, ACH and electronic checks are free, so I recommend that. Let's go to Get Started. All right, so you're going to put in your information here, your basic information about yourself, your address, that's all simple. Put in your phone number, that's very important, and put in your email, that's very important. And then you're going to go ahead and click next. One other thing I did want to mention is, so I would recommend you do all these estimates in the name of the primary taxpayer. So if you're the spouse and you're going ahead and make the payment, I would make these payments under the name of the primary taxpayer that's listed on the Social Security number, and that helps make things cleaner for the systems. The other thing is, if you're making a personal estimated tax payment, don't put your business name, don't use your EIN name. You're only going to put your personal information in. I see a lot of people make payments under their business name on the personal estimated tax payments, and that can kind of mess things up. Okay, so on the next screen, you're going to go ahead and complete the information on the type of payment you're making. So for account type, you're going to select tax account number. Ignore the other two options. Your tax account number, you're going to put your Social Security number here, is what you're going to put. And again, make that the primary taxpayer on the return. For the tax type, you're going to make, let's see here, you got two options. One would be a tax payment, that'd be a tax return payment. But we're making an estimated tax payment is what you're making. And then you'll go ahead and complete all these extra fields at the bottom. The payment type, I would recommend ACH and electronic check. You can schedule the date. You can actually schedule it to be a few days later. The estimated installment period is going to be 1/17/23 because that's the fourth quarter 2022, and it's going to automatically populate the tax period right there. This is correct because we're making a 2022 payment. You'll put your amount and then your bank account information. You're going to reconfirm it and all that kind of good stuff. Tell whether it's a business or a personal checking account. And again, if like you're an S Corp, don't make your personal estimated payments out of the S Corp. Do a distribution in proportion to ownership shares, and then pay it personally is what I recommend. And you tell if it's checking or savings. So on the next screen, it's going to do a confirmation, and I've gone ahead and done a screenshot and kind of blacked out the information on the payment I'm making right now. But you want to make sure your tax account number is correct, meaning that's your Social Security number, the primary taxpayer on the return. And then again, confirm you're making an individual estimated tax payment. Account number is the Social Security number, and the tax period is the one that you're trying to make it to, and confirm the payment amount. You got this information to read over, and then you'll have to click Sign and Submit. And what will happen on the next screen is print a PDF of the result. I can't stress that enough. Print a PDF of the result. I see a lot of people make the mistakes of using their business EIN here, and these payments have to be moved. Otherwise, you will 100% get a notice. And it can be fixed, but just print that confirmation so that we can get stuff cleaned up and get it fixed. If you have any questions on this process, you can give me a call, 502-867-1040, or just send me an email. Thanks so much. I hope you have a great day.